if you want Neto, we'll get that sorted for you. But Bruno Guimarães, well. And it's funny because, again, let me show you this. Arsenal transfer briefing, why the Bruno Guimarães deal could be hijacked. Oh, really? Didn't know that. How Gunners found out about Morgan Rogers' snub. Oh, it was a snub, was it? I was told that Morgan Rogers really wanted Arsenal. Guess what? He never did. He was interested, don't get it twisted. But when Chelsea came into the picture, it was only one way, and that's it. It was one-way traffic, straight to Cobham. He always wanted Chelsea if Chelsea were going to come into the picture. And they did. So, boom, he got that done again, pretty swiftly, should I say. So there's that. The blow in Barcola chase, latest on Bournemouth duo, and major William Saliba injury update, which again I've told you is that he's not having surgery, but he's going to be out for a while. And Declan Rice is going to be that too. So, Bruno G. Arsenal don't want to pay. I'll tell you what I've heard. I've heard that it's a £75 million package that they've tried to offer Newcastle. Package, not even like a fixed fee. Package. Newcastle want 85. End of story. And Chelsea are right there going, we'll do it. Hello. You know? Now, Bruno Guimarães, absolutely easy for personal terms, not a problem. He wanted Arsenal, but if Arsenal are not going to do it, his prime goal is to leave Newcastle. Newcastle, I feel for here. Newcastle are suffering. And Chelsea are not only interested in just Bruno G, they're interested in Lewis Hall as well. And I'm going to speak about that in a sec. But when it comes to Bruno G, he wants out of Newcastle. With that happening, if it's not going to be Arsenal, if Chelsea can fulfill his desire and needs, he will do it and he'll move to Chelsea. Chelsea have swooped in because they're ready to pay. So there's that. So things are happening. So when we talk about what Fabrizio has said here, yeah, about next bomber could be in midfield, they're looking to do something important. Very important. Very important. Now, do you see how Chelsea are moving now? Just to go back to my point. This is unbelievable. And I wanted Bruno G. This is mad. We have to get it all across the line, though. Now, just to give you guys a little update quickly, because I've gotten this question a few times. Lacroix, right? Relax. Calm. Don't worry. This is what I was going to say. With flies on the wall now, for me to be able to get a little scoop here and there whenever I want to see what's going on. Eghbali is the one talking to Crystal Palace. Eghbali is the one.
As an example, they could go and get Alex Scott. I still think they'll have a great chance of retaining the league title. For Chelsea, their chances of even winning the league this year enhance if Bruno G was to join them. So if Bruno G was to go to Chelsea, there is a genuine chance they could win the improvement in their chance of winning the league. Not a massive chance. We haven't even seen them kick a ball yet. But if Alonso goes in there and has the impact he had at Leverkusen, the win percent is close to what he had at Real Madrid. With Bruno G, Morgan Rogers in your middle, with Caicedo, Palmer, Lacroix at the back, maybe John Stones coming in, Xhaka in the squad, because I still think Xhaka's going to happen. Just a gut feeling. I wouldn't write Chelsea off as no chance. They right now, some people have them in as like a 5%, 10% chance. I think that might rise to 15, 20%. And we ain't seen them kick a ball, by the way. We haven't seen a ball kicked yet. But they would definitely have there would definitely be an improvement in that chance, in my personal view. Where do I think Trafford will end up? I don't know. I haven't seen any links. Oh, hang on. Leeds United. David Ornstein. And that is so freaky. I just put that up on the screen and Ornstein dropped the bomb. Oh, my God. That's freaked me out a little bit. That's had the art go funny. Yeah, it says Leeds United are in talks with Man City to sign James Trafford. What's very interesting about them, it means they're going to stick with Donnarumma over Trafford, which I do agree with. I think Donnarumma is the better goalkeeper, and it's two managers in a row and that have agreed with me on that, two pro managers, one of the greatest ever, current world champion, agreeing with the brilliant, the wonderful Terry Fleurs. So yeah, I think James. Yeah, to answer your question, I shouldn't have looked at the tweet, should I? Leeds United are in talks. Very good goalkeeper if they sign him, potentially. I still think he's got a lot of mistakes in him that he's got to iron out, and it's very different making cameo roles than it is being the guy that needs to deliver. So, yeah, that would be a good signing for Leeds. That would be a very, very good signing for Leeds United. Saliba out for 3 months.
Stamford Bridge just threw a grenade into the middle of a transfer saga that everyone thought was already decided. Because while half the football world had their eyes fixed elsewhere, Chelsea's recruitment team have quietly gone to work on a target nobody saw them circling, Bruno Guimarães. Yes, the Newcastle midfield general. The heartbeat of that engine room. The guy plenty assumed was heading somewhere else entirely. Chelsea have entered the picture, and early indications suggest they're not messing about. Stick with me, because this one has layers. Let's rewind for context. Bruno Guimarães has spent years turning himself into one of the most complete number 8s in the Premier League. Box-to-box energy, a raking long pass, and a leadership presence that's made him practically untouchable in Newcastle's build-up play. Naturally, that kind of profile attracts attention. Big clubs across Europe have run the numbers on him for 2, maybe 3 windows now. But Newcastle have held firm every single time, protected by a contract that was built specifically to make rating parties think twice. Which is exactly why this Chelsea development has raised eyebrows. Nobody was pricing them into this race. Here's the twist that's got timelines buzzing today. Sources close to the situation are indicating Chelsea's hierarchy identified an opening, a shift in Newcastle's stance, whispers of internal frustration from the players' camp, and moved fast to insert themselves into a conversation that other suitors thought they were winning. That's the definition of a hijack. Not turning up first, turning up smartest, at the exact moment a deal looked settled elsewhere. Reports circulating this week suggest Chelsea's recruitment staff had scouting files on Bruno already prepared, meaning this isn't a reactionary punt, it's a move they've been sitting on, waiting for the right crack in the wall. Now, whenever a story like this breaks, you want the reliable voices weighing in, and they have. Fabrizio Romano's update on this situation has been the one setting the tone across social media, with his usual measured framing pointing to genuine, concrete interest rather than idle speculation. When that account moves, the market listens. Elsewhere, David Ornstein's reporting has added weight from the other side of the equation, sketching out how Newcastle's hierarchy privately view any approach, and why letting Bruno leave wouldn't be a decision made lightly. Between the two of them, you're getting the fullest picture available right now, genuine Chelsea interest, and a Newcastle camp that isn't remotely ready to roll over. Let's get into figures, because this is where deals live or die. Whispers around the valuation have Newcastle anchoring their price at a level that reflects Bruno's status as one of their most bankable assets. We're talking a fee that would sit comfortably among the most expensive midfield deals the Premier League has ever produced. Chelsea, for their part, have built a reputation under the current ownership for structuring blockbuster fees with long-term amortization built in, spreading cost across extended contracts to soften the immediate financial hit. Expect any opening offer to be dressed up exactly that way. Wages are the other piece of this puzzle. Reports floating around suggest personal terms wouldn't be the sticking point. It's Newcastle's resistance at boardroom level that represents the real obstacle standing between Chelsea and a done deal.